Hi everyone. So previously we already updated more than 3 to 4 videos on game-based questions. This is maybe our fourth or fifth video on game-based aptitude. Okay, so we are posting a lot of videos, game-based videos. Okay, make sure to like this video for the efforts. Okay, and let's discuss about the games and some important games we will be discussing in this video. Game-based aptitude questions for Cognizant. Okay, for Cognizant Genc, I will be discussing some game-based aptitude question in this video. Okay, also you will be getting the mock test link in the description, so you can prepare for the mock through the mock test. So there are total two mock tests provided for aptitude and gamified assessment, which is your aptitude test. Okay, also practice questions for aptitude, you will be getting more than 200 questions as the mock test in the practice section. Also you will be having separate game based assessment test, you will be getting more than 35 questions of game based assessment. So a lot of questions you will be getting for the practice. Also we have technical assessment which you can use for practice. Okay, so you can purchase the mock test, the link will be in the description. Okay, let's discuss about the game based questions. Okay, so this is kind of a lightning question, which I say lightning. Okay, so how this question actually works. So actually I will be putting one website URL in the description which you can check this one. Okay, so generally on this website you have some challenges like this, and what we need to do in these kind of thing is, so basically this is the website. Okay, so in this actually we need to remember the point. Okay, we need to remember the point blinked. Okay, so for an example, when I will click on the games, okay, it will start with some games and I will just show you what actually we need to do. Okay, so if you guys can see here, this point is blinked, right? So see my arrow please. So when I clicked here, let me show you again. Okay, just see. Okay, just see. So see here, this one. Okay, okay, so I'll just show you. So if you can see here, so when the light blinked, it blinked in that point. Okay, I just captured the screenshot. So this is the point where the light ignite. Okay, so actually they will ignite this kind of light 2 to 3 times. So suppose this kind of chart is given. Okay, and they are igniting the light. First for this point the light is ignited. Suppose next for this point the light is ignited. You actually need to remember for which point the lighting is ignited. Okay, so you need to actually remember the sequence. So for an example, suppose they ignited the light for this point, then they ignited the light for this point, then suppose they ignited the line for this point, then they will ask that click the dots in the sequence. Then you will click first this point. Okay, this will be one because first this is ignited, then second you will click on this point because this one is ignited, then third you will click on this point because this one is ignited. So this is basically a light challenge where some points will be ignited and you need to click on the specific points which are igniting. Okay, so this kind of questions you may get. Okay, there is a possibility that you may get, it is not guaranteed, but I am just explaining you. Suppose if you will get this kind of question in the game based aptitude, so make sure how you will attempt it. Okay, I think this is clear. Okay, so some lights will ignite and you need to remember the sequence and do it. Okay, so this is the one. Now let's discuss about another. So in this kind of game-based assessment questions, you will be getting some question like this. Also, the website link I will be provided in the description, which you can use to play these games. Okay. So if you guys can see here, rotated but identical. So these two figures are given only in 15 seconds. We need to identify if these figures are rotated and identical. So just see here, three borders are fully covered, one border is left with 1 point. Okay, check in this one, three borders are fully covered and one border is left with 1 point. Okay, so this is identical and this is also covered. So yes, the answer is yes, these both figures are identical. You actually need to find it if it is identical or not only in 15 seconds. Okay, so this is the one thing, rotated but identical. So in this we also need to do the same thing if the figures are rotated and they are identical. So if you can see here, one border, two border, three border. Okay, and here if you can see here is the one point. So one border, two border, three border. Here is the one point left, and then this is also connected. That means it is also identical. Okay, so this kind of figures maybe you will get, in which if you can see here, so this is you can say 9, and here it is rotated as 6. So this is also identical. Okay, so this kind of question you will be getting, in which you need to identify if the figures are identical or not. For more practice questions, we have provided these kind of questions in our mock test. You can purchase the mock test. The link will be in the description. Okay, because this is the not exact kind of question which Cognizant asks. They also ask some variety of questions. In this gamified mock 3, you will be getting some questions related to it. Okay, and also we have some mock tests related to aptitude. Okay, lot of practice sets. So the mock test link will be in the description, which you can choose to purchase. Okay, next, moving forward, this is kind of challenge in which we need to identify the pattern. So in this kind of game, we will get some question in which we need to identify which option follows the correct pattern. So we need to see these figures, and based on these figures we need to identify if these figures also which options of these figures also follow the same pattern. Okay, so first one, if you will see here, so the whole three cells are with the same symbol. Okay, in this figure also whole three cells are with the same symbol. So we actually need to identify this kind of pattern where the whole three cells are with the same symbol. So see here in this option 4, we have whole three cells with the same symbol. Also in option 3, we have whole three cells with the same symbol. So these two will be our answer. So option number 3 and 4 is our answer. Also, let's discuss this. There are two grids follow a rule. So this is also given here. Which two of these grids follow the same rule? So if you can see here, so here also three cells follows the same symbol, three cells follow the same symbol. Here also three cells follows the same symbol, three cells follow the same symbol. So these two will be the answer, figure number 2 and figure number 4. Then this is a little bit typical, and when your level will increase, you will be getting some difficult questions. So in this actually, if you guys can see here, if observe these two figures. Okay, what things we can observe is, first see if there is any similarity between these two symbols. Okay, so I cannot see any similarity because everything is so different. One similarity which I can see is, if you guys can see here, okay, so one similarity I can see here. Okay, so what is the similarity? Just try to identify it. Okay, what kind of similarity you are like getting here? If you guys can identify, just tell me any kind of similarity if you can identify. No, so let me tell you. Okay, so basically here, if you guys can notice here, if you will notice the maximum number of a symbol, okay, it is 4. Okay, so there are total 4 number of symbol in same sequence, okay, with the same symbol, which is circle, which is the maximum. And also here we can notice in this figure, there is these, okay, 4 numbers. Okay, so a square is also in 4 number. This is the maximum number which pattern I can identify. Here, if you will notice, only in these two figures, we can see two figures with 4 numbers, like here plus with 4 number of plus. In this figure there are 4 number of triangles. Okay, otherwise I cannot see any similarity, because here if you guys will look, here you guys will look, there is no similarity, right? So this option I think we can try. So this could be our one answer. Otherwise, if you can look any other similarity, please let me know in the comment section. Okay, so this could be our answer. Okay, so this kind of questions also comes in grid challenge. So also I have posted like 3 to 4 videos. In this video also we have discussed also website link you will be getting, in which you can practice some questions. Okay, link will be in the description. Also I will be providing the mock test link which you can use for practice. Like there are a lot of mock tests available which you can use for your aptitude practice. Aptitude is very important, which you can use for practice. Thank you so much for watching.